Namaste. Welcome to our little bit of Middle Earth. It's a great privilege today to be able to showcase our tours to give you an idea of what we do here in this little bit of paradise. I'm David, the owner-operator of Nomad Safaris, and Rob, my colleague, is going to take you through our products.
Kia ora, my name is Rob and I'm a driver and guide here at Nomad Safaris. I'm incredibly passionate about Queenstown, my home, and it brings me great joy to show visitors around our beautiful backyard each day.
Today, I'd like to show you why you should choose Nomad Safaris for your clients. I'll talk you through our varied product offerings, share some fun videos, and then send you on a virtual tour before handing back over to David.
Our core product is small group personal four-wheel drive tours. We began in 1994 with just one truck and have since then grown to an impressive fleet of fully equipped four-wheel drive vehicles, ideal for these rugged landscapes. Typically it is a half-day trip showcasing the best of the Southern Lakes region. These are small group adventures, never seating more than 6 in one vehicle, and with no microphones or speakers in our vehicles and no scripts for our guides to follow, these are real, authentic adventures. We pride ourselves on being the original Lord of the Rings tour operator and cater to every interest from big fans to those who have never seen the films before. We have 2 Lord of the Rings tours to choose from, showing off these locations across the Southern Lakes region. Our Queenstown tour is a highlight tour of the film locations around the Wakatipu Basin, as well as experiencing some of the local pioneer history on the Skippers Road and some off-roading in the Arrow River. The Glenorchy tour is a scenic safari heading to the northern end of Lake Wakatipu. This is known to be one of the most scenic drives in the world. Driving through the little wharf town of Glenorchy, this tour heads out to the valley's aptly called paradise. Explore the magical forest and have a play with our replica movie props. The Queenstown area has a strong history of European settlement. They settled what we now call Queenstown to originally farm sheep. When a farmhand found gold in the river, the population grew rapidly as men from all over the world came here hoping to find their fortune. Hoping to strike it rich, they hiked over the mountains searching for gold in new places. We have 2 gold heritage tours which we follow the miners' footsteps up and over these mountains. The Skippers Canyon tour explores the spectacular one-of-a-kind scenery far up the Shotover River. The miners' road was hand-carved out of the cliffsides high above the river. Travelling 15 kilometres into this historic area, we go back in time and relive the quirky stories of the people that used to live in the Skippers settlement. Enjoy morning or afternoon tea at the restored schoolhouse and try your hand at gold panning. Our second gold heritage tour again follows the miners' footsteps, this time to an abandoned gold mining town called Mace Town. My mate Graham is going to take you on a virtual tour, so buckle up.
Mace Town is a historic gold mining area. It's 16 kilometres up the valley from Macetown. And one of the beautiful things about Macetown is that the city fathers there had the foresight to retain the original facade on all the shop fronts, so it's like stepping back in time. When gold was discovered in 1862, the town of Macetown sprang up overnight. For the first 20 years of the gold mining operations up there, the gold miners, they either walked in, either up the river or over the top of the hill. 20 years later, they built the road. The trip to Macetown involves driving up the Arrow River. So basically we're crossing the river 25 times. It's quite rough, it's definitely four-wheel drive. And then once you actually get on the road, you have to use your imagination a little bit to actually believe you're on a road. You got a good hold on that. On the way up, we're going to go past some areas where the gold miners were operating in the past. You might be able to make out a bit of corrugated iron and a chimney, remains of an old hut. It's called Opium Bob's hut. At Macetown itself, all that's left of the actual town are a couple of restored buildings, the bakery and Needham's cottage. Some information panels here telling us about the area, a map. And then this is an artist's impression of Mace Town. There was a hotel, there was a school, houses have all gone. And this is a little map of the actual town and tells you all the different places along the side. The gold miners, they realised if there was gold in the river, there'd be gold on the terraces up above. So they've used a lot of hydraulic sluicing. And then we drive on up to Anderson's battery. And up in there, there's some quartz crushing equipment, an old stamping battery. So they are mining the quartz, bringing it down, putting it through this machine, crushing it all up and separating the gold from the quartz dust. So it's driven by water. This is a 10 stamper. Further up the gully, there's 4 more batteries that are all 20 stampers, twice the size of this. One of the things we do on our tours is we actually do some gold panning. We're going to actually look for some gold the traditional way. The whole pan in good shape, everything needs to be moving. The light stuff floats away. It's luck of the draw. We're going to dig up some gravel, and if you find some gold, you're lucky and you get to keep it.
Is this a big guy?
Yes, she was.
We are lucky we get 4 very distinct seasons here. In the winter time you go up in there, it's frozen, there's lots of icicles, bit of ice, sometimes snow. In spring, suddenly you're getting the trees coming out into leaf. Summer, lots of flowers, bright and green. And then in the autumn, we get the beautiful autumn colours up there. It doesn't matter what season it is, it's always a spectacular place to go.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. Moving on, I'd like to take you to Queenstown Hill, where we have exclusive operating rights, allowing us to run Queenstown's most spectacular quad bike tour. This is a one-of-a-kind activity where the adventure is in your guests' hands. With complete safety training, all protective equipment, and 2.25 hours on the bikes, this is the longest in Queenstown. We are also the only New Zealand operator to have roll bars fitted to our bikes. Under the watchful eyes of our guides, your guests learn essential riding skills. And with over 25 kilometres of trails, there is something for every ability. As this is a self-drive activity, we do require all guests to be 16 years of age or older and to speak English to drive their own quad bike.
For those that wish to be a passenger only, we have 2 options. They can ride on the back of one of our guide bikes, or jump into our supersized UTVs driven by one of our guides.
New to our offering in 2019, we have fully guided e-bike wine tours. Since then, this has become a very popular option. This tour is perfect for those who want to get active, but not too active. We've designed this trip to be fun, enjoyable, and comfortable at all times. Our e-bikes are custom designed to keep an upright position and are fitted with mudguards and panniers. On a fully guided tour, guests are transported to the trailhead. There they become acquainted with their bikes and set off. They are accompanied by a guide who provides commentary, and a support vehicle is always close by, allowing guests to cycle as much or as little as they want. The scenery is varied and pretty spectacular, and the trip concludes with a wine tasting before being returned back to Queenstown. Also new to our offering in 2019, we have introduced a luxury component. With 2 all-electric Tesla Model X's, send your guests on an experience they won't soon forget. Unique to Nomad Safaris, these are small group personal tours, delivered with the comfort and knowledge that they are truly leaving only footprints. These vehicles offer unrivaled visibility with a vast glass roof and ultra-luxurious seating. This whisper quiet vehicle is ideal to take in the landscapes of Glenorchy and Skippers Canyon. And this year, we're very excited to announce a new self-drive option. Well, I hope you're all intrigued and have enjoyed learning about what we do here at Nomad Safaris. We cannot wait until the time in which we can host you and your guests here in Queenstown. That's about it for me. I'm going to hand it back to David.
Thank you for watching our video showcase. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you've learned something about Nomad Safaris. What we'd like to do is keep in contact, and we'll send you over our product manual, which has got all the tours and the details about booking with us. and lots of lovely pictures for you to have a look through and dream about coming to New Zealand and spending some time with Nomad Safaris. Namaste.